Hola Blanca in Raleigh, North Carolina. It is Senior See More Better with MexicoEyewear.com, but call me Mo Better, because I'm have you seen Mo Better, looking Mo Better, and I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses. I'm also going to show them how I bring the meh to Mexico when I cut your prescription lenses with anti-glare for your frames that I have designed. Now, I should back up and say I'm one of the most well-known opticians in the world. I have over 1 million views on YouTube of me making frames for people with designer frames. This time, I've now started to design my own frames, and Blanca has been with me very early on in my career when I went out into business for myself. She got a pair of glasses for me, then she brought in one of her brothers, then a second brother, and now even more recently a third brother have gotten glasses from me. And I thought it only fitting that she get the very first pair of glasses that I make. It has the flag of Mexico on one side, and then Mexico is written in 3 colors on this temple. I'll show you more colors, more styles, but first let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses, one of which says Mexico on the lens. I'm going to pop that out, and actually I need to assign a barcode to this so that years from now, should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can mail them right to your home. You are Agent 2323. I like that. I like that. A good number to start with. Michael Jordan's so nice, they named him twice. So, somewhere on here is a paper clip. Here we go. Now, I'm going to type this into the computer, this barcode, and then I'm going to put your frame into the tracing element of my blocker and hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at MexicoEyewear.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any genuine frame that I sell and you receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have insurance allowance, you will get reimbursed for your out-of-network reimbursement. If you have health savings account flex dollars, you will get 100% reimbursement from your health savings account flex dollars. Now this is the shape that I'll be cutting. I'm going to move on to the next screen. I have to enter in the pupillary distance, which is 32 for the right eye. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to tap the minus button 1 time. It goes down in 0.5 millimeter increments. I want to raise the optical center up 2.5 millimeters to 24. I'm going to mark on here that I'm cutting this at 24 millimeters high, meaning that you don't look through the center of the lens, so I'm moving it up to the top quadrant to sit in front of your eye. Now I'm going to take your lenses, I'm going to get them prepped. You getting the anti-glare coating. I'm going to take your lens, are actually they're the same power on both eyes, plano minus 250 at 02. I'm going to turn the axis wheel on my lensometer to 02. Take the lens out of protective packet, put the power drum on 0. Put the lens in, rotate it until the spherical component comes into view first. Check your astigmatism correction. That is lined up perfectly, and I'll explain all that in just a little bit. I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. And if those are too light, let me mark those. 1, 2, 8. Oop, I mathed wrong. And this is the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the left lens. Turn the axis wheel to 179, which is the axis which responds to your astigmatism correction. Of course, I'm going to explain all of that as I go. Take the lens out of the protective packet, put it into the lensometer, rotate it until the spherical component comes into view first. Check your astigmatism correction, make sure everything lines up the way it's supposed to. And again, we're going to put 3 dots on your lenses. We're going to mark these a little darker so you can follow along at home in your casa. And this is the left lens. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. I know you're booing that joke, but you'll be telling it tomorrow. Free bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold. So, This is a block, or as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers that I've got right here. The black side is the sticky side. We're going to stick this onto the first block, place that on the platform, do the same thing now for the second one. Now on the back is a silver button that's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm, but first let me pull away the paper to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet there. And the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me the lens is oriented in there just perfectly. And I'm going to get everything lined up. That blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. I'm going to get everything lined up perfectly. I do want to check one thing. Yeah, I see my smudge mark. That's okay. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We'll do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right. Just like me, I ain't right either, so I can identify with that lens. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Enter your pupillary distance, which is 31.5. So I'm going to tap the minus button 1 time. It goes down in 0.5 millimeter increments. Same optical center height, which is 24. Get everything lined up in there perfectly. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place a block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs and the bad jokes to do it for you. But the cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material from this size down to this size. This wheel in the center that has that little valley in it, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now, I need to wake up the computer. This is job ID number 2323. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen. I'm not going to put a safety bevel, and I'll explain all that later too. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface, but I am going to put one on the rear concave surface of the lens, just to smooth everything out that's left over from the cutting cycle. Now the magnet's going to go do its job. At second time, it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or by now I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. Yeah, I know. More bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold. Hit the green start button. The door closes. The clamp's going to shut. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses. First, go around making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's tracing the shape of the right lens. And second time around, it's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which even with your higher than average astigmatism, you should have no edge thickness. With this frame, I do cut higher powers all day long for free, for gratis, and that becomes a little more critical. For this one, not as much. Now the light you see flickering in the background is water. That's there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens while it is cutting, whereas plastic, high index plastic, and Trivex cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now water will spray onto your lens, Blanca, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you see beginning to form. Now, as I mentioned, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lens material, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. Speaking of protection, it also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen that never needs to be reapplied, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that you have to reapply every few hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. It also comes with a premium scratch coating. Now, if you notice, your lens is completely flat all the way around, just like a nickel. If I were to take it out, it would stand up on the counter. It's about to drop down onto the bevel wheel to get the V-shaped bevel, so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. It's almost going to be a knife-like bevel, a very dull knife like myself. It's so dull that if you might be able to cut through a piece of wet tissue, providing you soak the tissue in a bucket of water overnight, take your lens out of the frame, and then press down with all your might, you may be able to cut through a piece of wet tissue. But the anti-glare coating that you have is 3 treatments in one. The first treatment, it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain. But from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights and such. The second feature is it reduces reflection, so when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at the reflection in your glasses. Or if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see that. Or if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the phone in your camera lens. Now water has begun spraying on it. It tells me it's in the last 20 seconds. In just a moment, a little lever is going to come out. At the end of that lever is a spinning disc. It's even a finer grit of sandpaper. That's what's going to apply the safety bevel to smooth off any rough edges from the cutting surface. And the third feature from the anti-glare coating, the machine that applies the anti-glare costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. So because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. I will now open that door with my mind. I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I can. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours and then I can melt it. Come on, guys. So I'm just going to make sure there's no more optical sawdust left. And the reason why I put a safety bevel on the back surface of the lens, I'm now going to go ahead and see if I can mount the lens first time around or if I have to cut it down some more. The reason why I want this surface smooth is I tuck the lens in at the outside corners, and as I press down the nose, it snaps right in, but I don't want to apply any rough edges to mar the surface of your frame. Now, none of your front part of your lens protrudes out, so I don't have to worry about any rough edges there. And you have no edge thickness whatsoever. But if these were stronger lenses and any portion of this lens protruded from the back of the frame towards your cheek, I would want the back surface of that lens to be nice and smooth. So we can go ahead and start cutting the left lens. Flip that over to L. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, the Chuckarama, the Chuckster, the Chuckaroo. And today I'm going to call it the Blanca. Hit the green start button. Just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, just like before. This time it's going to trace the shape of the left lens. And you can see as it's going around tracing that. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you have none. Look at that, Blanca. That's why I use the thinner, lighter weight lenses. Because you have, well, let's talk about your astigmatism, or as I like to call it, crazy stigs. I'm going to go ahead and take this block off. It's no longer needed. Pull the sticker away, use my hand-approved drying method, throw that back in there. Add to my sticker collection. How about that? How about that? Does that look familiar? Anybody know what that is? It's on the temple of every frame. So I'm going to come down here, place it in front of that dot, which is right where your pupil is. I'm going to turn the axis wheel back to 002. Put that there. I'm going to read the power. I am getting 0. No power whatsoever. Plus lenses magnify. They're written in black. Minus lenses minify. This is for far-sighted people. This is for nearsighted people. You need no magnification or minification in your lenses. All of your prescription is the astigmatism. So some people need lenses to magnify, some people need lenses to minify. Once the image is the correct size, then we have to correct for the uncorrected astigmatism. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob, and we're going to, a straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 002. We barely have to turn it. So let's check that doesn't go there. Let's check the power. The second curve of your eye, you have one curve this way, which is the plano. You have a steeper curve, and I'm turning my hand this way, so you can get a steeper curve this way, which is 2.5 diopters. We're going to check that. That is the 250. That's where we're at, exactly halfway between the 2 and the 3 in the red. The unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, starting at 0 and going up in quarter increments from there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. You're on the 10th rung of a ladder. You need 10 steps of correction to take away those fuzzy edges. Again, most people need either a magnification or a minification, but we're going to do the minus 250. So you start with 0, and someone borrowed $2.50 from you. We're at 250 in the red. Now your left eye, you're unique. You're the same power in both eyes, but the astigmatism correction is on, for the left eye is 179. And we go, turn again from 0, go past 90 to just shy of the 180 at 179. You would think that 2 and 179 are very different numbers, but they're not. Again, a straight line is 0 to 180. And we're going to, for the right eye, we turn that fine-tune knob to 2. For the left eye, it's at 179. So you're 2 degrees away from the 180 meridian for your right eye. You're 1 degree away from the 180 meridian for your left eye. So this frame and lens combination sells for $149. You got my house anti-glare coating, which adds $44.99 for a total of $193.99 tax-free. That's because I'm in Carolina Norte, and North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device. There is no tax on medical devices. Look, there's a little optical sawdust that didn't come off. I love that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect it off of the whole lens. And once I have all of it off, I collect it neatly into one pile on the counter, and then I wipe it on the floor. So, one thing I want to do. So for those of you who don't know what this frame looks like, this is the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer in size 55. You can go into any store in this country and try on this frame, the size 55 New Wayfarer, again model number 2132. But if I were to take the left lens out of this sunglass, I can put it into this frame, the 7015 frame, and look how close that fits. There's just a little tiny gap at the edges, but that's how close it is. So if anyone out there wants this frame, try on the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer. That's the color code. 622 is the matte black rubber, but it doesn't matter what color it is as long as it's the 55 eye size. This frame comes in a 52 eye size as well as a 58. Make sure you're getting the 55 eye size, and when you try it on, let's just out of curiosity, here's your lens. Let's see if it fits into the Ray-Ban. It does not. I don't want to force it. I don't want to mess up your prescription. I'm going to take out the Ray-Ban sunglass lens, put it on the counter, tuck your lens in at the outside corners, press down at the nose, it snaps right in. I'm going to go ahead and take this block off. Again, pull the sticker away, use my hand-approved drying method, throw that in there, add to my sticker collection. Come down here to the lensometer, spin the axis wheel to 179. As you can see, I only had to go 3 degrees. 210, 179. Put it in over that black dot, read the power, and I am getting 0, no power whatsoever. We're going to check your astigmatism correction. The second curve, you remember you have one curve here, which is plano. The second curve is minus 250, and that's where we end up, minus 250 in the red, exactly halfway between 2 and 3. That's where you'll find 2.5. Now this is what I'm doing is known as final inspection. I want to check your pupillary distance, 32 for the right eye, 31.5 for the left. Flip the card over, place my PD stick against my thumb on your right lens, and when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 63.5, because that's when you add 32 and 31.5 together, you get 63.5. I want to check the height of the lens, the wearer's positioning. Now instead of to the bottom of the lens, we're looking at the middle of the actual plastic, and we're going to get 24 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Do the same thing on this lens, 24 millimeters, that is cut perfectly. Now the last thing I want to do is, before cleaning your lenses, in fact now is a good, well, let's go ahead and finish this project, is this is the portion of every video that, as I mentioned, there's free shipping anywhere in the US and its territories. But when you get these in the mail, well, other people buying, I'm going to deliver these to Blanca because she gets my very first pair. These are my babies. I designed them. I'm going to personally deliver these to her. But for anyone else buying these on the internet, that when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And I'm no different, and I can show you in just a moment. But I'm going to put these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I take mine off and I press down on the counter, but they sit level on me. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip this over, press down. There is no wobble. I close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew like that they both line up perfectly. Now, I send out a selfie request in every package. I would love to have your selfie on the website, whoever gets these, as well as Blanca. I also send out cleaning instructions, not only on how to care for your frame and lenses, but for the cleaning cloth that I provide that says Mexico Eyewear. This is a very soft microfiber cleaning cloth, as well as the case. This is the Mexico Eyewear. It has the website on there. All the glasses will fit inside the case, so you can have good protection. Nothing's going to happen to that there. But I'll give you instructions on how to care for your frame, lenses, your eyeglass case, and eyeglass cloth, so it too will last you for years. Now here's one more thing I want to show you. Here's more of the collection. By the way, with your lenses, I know I got sidetracked. I mentioned that they are polycarbonate, but they're also aspheric. Aspheric simply means not spherical. A spherical lens is round in every direction, gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. These lenses are flatter to fit in today's flatter curvature frame, so this will give you a wider field of view. So most people, when they sell you glasses, charge you for the lenses, which is no bueno. And then if you want the thinner, lighter weight, unbreakable polycarbonate lenses with UV protection, they charge you a second time, which is double no bueno. And then if you want the aspheric, the flattest curvature lenses, thinner, lighter weight, and flatter curvatures, they charge you a third time, which is triple no bueno. All right, I'm learning Spanish. It's my New Year's resolution. But you get that all for free every time you buy any frame from me. Of course, there's no prescription I can't do. I can do transitions. As you've seen, I can do anti-glare. I can do transitions and anti-glare. I can do transitions extra active. I can do transitions extra active with any anti-glare coating. I can do transitions extra active with a mirror coating that can either not just turn dark outside, but will turn either silver, gold, green, blue, red, or pink when you go outside. Now, when you look out of them, they will be either gray or brown. But when people look at you, they will see either silver, gold, green, blue, red, or pink, just like a sunglass mirror. And then they'll, of course, turn back to clear when you go back inside. But let me show you more of the frames. So, this is the same frame. This on the website is marked -3, meaning it has 3 colors on the temple. There's another one that just has 1 color in white. If you don't want the 3 colors, it's very similar to how Ray-Ban prints theirs. I just have 1 color. So that's what it's going to be. The regular 7015 will come with 1 color. The 70153 at the time of this video means it has a 3-color temple to match the flag colors. Now, I've actually had second, and then I apologize, I'm making this up as I go along. All this is very brand new. One thing I'll probably do is make the 3 colors the norm and just have -1, meaning 1 color. As of now, it says -3 for this frame. We may change the model and just have 7015 that automatically comes with 3 colors to match the 3 colors of the flag. If you want it 1 color, then select -1. And we're working out the kinks. Everything is going live. It's happening all at once, but that's okay. Life is a learning process, and we just keep going. Now, another frame I have is now this is the same size as the Ray-Ban 5228 in size 53. This is model number 9017. It comes in a red with black. And again, you can get it with a white temple, or you can get it with the 3-color temple. You can get it in a solid brown, a cafe color, with one color, a cafe color with 3 colors saying Mexico. Every frame comes with the flag. It's just, this is the only variation. In fact, I'm going to have a contest. You can vote on what you like better, the 3 colors or the 1 color. The all black frame, again, you can get a 1 color Mexico or 3 color Mexico. Vote on the poll. Let me know which one you like better, and we'll go from there. I just didn't know, so again, this is a learning experience. Now, this is model number 103. This frame comes in a black and a crystal. The nice thing about this frame, it comes with a polarized clip-on, even with transitions. The nice thing about transitions, they turn dark when you go outside. However, they will not work in a car unless you have a convertible or a motorcycle. So think of this as your seat belt. When you get in the car, put on your seat belt, put on your clip, because the transitions will not turn dark in the car. And even though transitions in a convertible will turn dark, it's not polarized. Polarized blocks 30% more glare, 30 to 40%. So when you put this on, this is always going to block more glare than just a transition lens. Now, you can leave the car with it. This frame, again, is available in any power prescription, and these sell for $174 with a clip. You can get a second clip for $25. All the frames are $149. This frame sells for $174 because it comes with a $25 clip. You can buy a second clip for $25 more, for a total of $199 for the frame and any power prescription lenses. The reason why I offer 2 clips is for a couple reasons. Most people now have more than 1 car. Even if you only have 1 car, your spouse, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your lover, your side husband, they have, I shouldn't joke like, my wife doesn't like when I joke like that. But that way you can always keep one in your wife's car. I do that for me. I have a pair of sunglasses in my wife's car. I have a pair of sunglasses in my car. So I know from experience I cannot get by with 1 clip. So that's why you can get 2 clips. Or you can wear one, if it's only you can have 1 clip that you keep in your car, 1 clip you keep in your work truck, your work vehicle, your boat, however you want to do it. That's why you always got one with you and you don't forget it inside your vehicle. So all of the clips, the frames you will see, and there are 2 models. This is the 103, and again, it comes in a crystal clear color with 3 colors, or the 1 color on there. Every frame comes that way. This sells, again, for all of these sell for $174.99. Excuse me, $174 or $199 for a second clip. But this frame, classic P3 shape with the keyhole bridge. It's called keyhole. This is a saddle bridge, just like you put on a horse. It goes over. This is a keyhole bridge because it looks like you can put it in an old skeleton key from a door in an older home. That's why it's called a keyhole bridge. Starts off skinny, expands wide, so it'll fit any size nose. That's what's nice about these frames. Now, the other clip that I have is the model number 104. This is a larger rectangle. Again, sells for $174 with 1 clip or $199 with 2 clips. This is a matte black frame. It also comes in a demi tortoise with a polarized clip-on. You can get it, of course, everything comes, the Mexico Eyewear comes with the flag on the right temple, or you can get it with 3 color lettering on the left temple or 1 color lettering on the 1 temple. So this would be what model number? 104-1. This is the 104. Automatically comes with 3 colors on the temple unless you specify you want 1 color, which is white. Now, the other frame I have is a kid's frame. This is the 9014. It comes in matte black only. It only comes with the 3 colors on the sides. The nice thing about this frame, it comes with, for the niños and niñas, it comes with a spring hinge. So if they fall asleep, you know, which kids do, they stay up late studying, trying to cure cancer, so that mom and dad can retire early and the kids will take care of them. So kids, I've got your back. Parents, I'm going to make sure the kids have the toughest frame out there. The other thing I can do, because this frame is so similar to the Ray-Ban frame, I can put the sunglass lenses in there. Now, if you had transitions, it would look like this indoors and this outside. And with transitions, you can choose from gray, brown, green, or blue. And you'll see more videos of those coming up. And I'm going to make sunglass lenses for these. I'm going to put brown lenses in this frame. If you wanted if you're a smaller person who likes smaller eye size frames, even for sunglasses, I can do any color lens. Of course, a brown or a green lens would look good in here. A black or green lens would look good in here to go with the black or the red. And of course, you've got the green and red, the color combinations of the flag. And of course, you could do a gray lens or a green lens like the Ray-Ban green that would go in here in this frame. If you wanted brown, I can put brown in here. Sunglass lens. I can do mirror coatings. I can do any of that. So you'll see more of those. It'll be the same frame just with a sunglass lens in there. I can even do sunglass lenses for the kids' frames. I can do transition, so when the kids go out on the playground, those lenses will turn dark. But this is just the start of it. This is my humble beginnings. Again, I've got over 1 million views, people watching me make eyeglasses for other brands. Essentially, I'm a cover band. I'm putting lenses into other people's songs, and I decided I want to write my own song. So that's what I did. My best friend that I had for years and years married a woman from Monterrey, Mexico. He grew up in my hometown just a mile from me. Very good friend of mine. We were both bachelors for the longest time. He married a woman from Mexico and moved to Monterrey. He gave me the idea for these. He challenged me. You know, it's funny, that old saying with when one door closes, God opens up another. The weekend that he moved to Mexico, I met my wife. Sorry, I don't want to get emotional here, but it's true. It's funny how life turns out. I was dreading this, and years later he came back and said, "Man, you like to design things. Why don't you design your own frames?" And he goes, he loves everything about Mexico now. He lives there. He's fluent in Spanish, which I'm going to be. My New Year's resolution is to learn Spanish, lose weight, learn Spanish, and it's going to happen. So I took the challenge from him. I came up with Mexico Eyewear, and so that's where it's going to be. Provide for my wife, who I love very much. This project is for her. This website is dedicated to my mother, who gave me life, and then to my wife, who filled it with meaning. And every day I strive to be a better person. I've been married just shy of 12 years. My birthday was last month. My wife asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I said, you know what I want? I want to be a better husband. We've been together 14 years and never had one argument, which is easy for me because I'm married to a saint. Harder for her. But I don't want to rest on my laurels. Even though we've been together 14 years and never had one argument, I still want to be a better person, help out around the house more, do things like that. So it's all become a better person. It means I'm going to have to spend more time at work. But hey, that's okay. She's very supportive of me. She loves me. I love her. I love what I do. This isn't work, and it's true for anybody out there. Find what you love, and it's never work. The hardest thing of my day is when I have to turn out the lights and go home. This is what I love doing, and there's going to be more and more frames coming, more and more videos coming. I'm coming out with a line of Christian eyewear that will have a cross on the side here, and instead of this is known as a spatula temple, if you can imagine you could flip an egg with this, there's going to be a cross, a Cristo, right there on the temple tip. Instead of the model number, the P7015, it's going to have John 3:16 or Philippians 3:14. I can do all things through Christ. No more model numbers. It's going to have a Bible passage on there, and that's coming soon. If you want to, well, let me get to this. Again, the name of my website, www.mexicoeyewear.com. Do me a favor, not only like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you get future notifications. By the way, the website is still new. It's available. There's a translate button. You click on that and the entire website will be in Spanish. I've got a partner. Years ago, the same place Blanca bought from me, there was another young guy who was doing construction. I asked him if he wanted to do that for the rest of his life. He said no, because he saw the damage that it did to his father and others who did constructions. So I told him to go back to opticianry school, to college, to learn how to do this. He's now manager of a store in his city. But I'm going to set up a link in Spanish. He's fluent. He knows optics. So if anyone out there who doesn't know Spanish, anyone who recommends this video to someone, and please share this video on your social media so more people will see it and word will get out. But if anyone is fluent in Spanish, you'll be able to click the email info@mexicoeyewear.com and he will be able to respond back. We will have a phone number where you can call him. Now again, he has a day job for now. Eventually he's going to do videos for me in Spanish when we get busy enough. So help me steal him away from his job so he can do this full time in Spanish. He can answer the phone, he can answer the emails. Follow me on Facebook, which is Mexico Eyewear. On Instagram, I am Mexico_eyewear. On Twitter, it's Mexico Eyewear. Again, this is for people who love Mexico. So again, like the video, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon. If anyone out there is on Twitter or Facebook, please share this video. There's a share link down below in the description. There'll be a link in the description how to buy this frame. There's a share button you can share to your Facebook page so that anyone out there who you know who would love Mexico Eyewear, who wears glasses, who wants free prescription lenses with the purchase of any frame. I can do line style bifocals, I can do the invisible bifocal because that's what I wear. And of course these are single vision because Blanca is under 40. Most people over 40 need some type of bifocal. But share this video. This is my dream. This is my American dream. I grew up here. It doesn't matter where you come from. We all have that dream of never having to work for someone else again. And that's what this is for. Where I'm at in North Carolina, one of the fastest growing Latino communities. It's made the restaurants better. It's made the neighborhoods better. It's better people around. I designed these people for my neighbors, for people like Blanca, who's getting the first pair. There'll be more and more coming out. And again, I can't thank you enough for watching, for helping support me in my dream. And again, I can't say this enough. Please share this video on Facebook and Twitter. Unfortunately, Instagram, this is going to be too long. But thank you for watching. And now everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.